So true. We're talking about local today, and local has always been a vibrant, dynamic market, but it sort of has sat on its own in a way outside of a lot of the conversations we've had around cross media and also the consideration even of national media planners. What's happened with local? Why is it relevant? And what's happening at Media Ocean around local?
Sure, absolutely. Well, first off, Andy, it's great to be able to chat with you today. What has happened with local, and when you say what has happened with local, local has always been there. We're actually talking in an election year, so it's all about local. What I would say is where they are in the conversation, or where local's in the conversation, is very much around the execution. We're no longer in a world where it's local linear. We're living in a world where it's about reaching that local audience and literally reaching that audience. So what we're announcing is Media Ocean is a set of new tools that we've released to modernize local TV planning, buying, and optimization. When I look today at a local schedule, it's what's amazing to me is, and I'll actually put it more in the context of what we're doing as Media Ocean overall, right? We are making and have made a broad commitment to help evolve and let our clients advertise and work at the way that business and consumer change is happening. And what I mean by that is, we look at the space, and Andy, you'd probably not be a stranger to converged media or a trend towards convergence. It's only accelerated in the last 8 months. When I think about what's happened, and I tell you firsthand, I have had more time to spend with my family than ever in a completely amazing and great way. But we are that family that's sitting in the living room, consuming content 4 different ways. Everything is blurring together because it's how we consume. And it's especially true when it comes to television, and it's especially true when it comes to local TV. So whether we're talking about navigating, the local TV landscape, whether we're talking about the future of where things are going, which is even more towards a converged model, we're looking to really service as that mission critical platform for multi-channel or omni-channel advertising. Just the idea that we're looking and the channels start to dissipate. You still have local execution, you still have national execution, as you called out, but we need to be able to enable it all in a converged manner.
So, Drew, just break it down a little bit for me. I'm a media buyer. I want to buy cross-platform. I want it to, what does your tool do? How do you function? What's the offering?
Sure, absolutely. Well, and I don't know how much you or the audience knows about our tool, but we have operated in all channels and continue to operate in all channels. What we're specifically talking about with this local tool is becoming part of the greater whole, enabling digital execution, and actually, let's call it, whether you want to operate in video, audio, or display, and that is any execution you choose to, you're able to do so in one place. When we speak specifically to a local buyer, and if it's okay, Andy, I'm going to give you a little bit of history on myself. I started back 20 years ago. I started in the agency world. I literally sat next to the head of local broadcast at the agency I worked at. What you see is local is an amazingly interesting area, highly specialized process. The folks that are working in local are experts at their craft. And what we've seen since, whether it's 20 years ago through now, there is no luxury to be bogged down in performing manual processes to be able to execute the way that you need to execute. So what we're specifically doing is automating steps that have classically been done, repeated steps that have classically been done in a very manual way, so that we can make room for, if you really go with that analogy of folks that are artists of their craft, so that they can light the canvas up with art, so they can have it come off the canvas, so they can focus on the things that make them best at what they do. And whether that's simple linear or executing linear, OTT, it runs the full gamut.
So let me ask you, big news this year is the merger with 4C. Integration is coming along. How does that integrated offering look like now, and where is it going to be in the next 12 months?
Sure. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a now, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a cliffhanger answer onto how this all shakes out and plays out. First of all, for anyone unfamiliar with 4C Insights, if you look at what we've done as Mediaocean, huge focus on processing, workflow, financial audits and controls, really enabling soup to nuts from planning all the way through planning, buying, stewardship, and the financial sides of the process in a way that folks can feel hugely comfortable, whether you're a strategist or a buyer or a CFO that needs to sleep at night. 4C brings a level and layer of intelligence that we have not injected into our software before. And what I mean by that is operating across, call it the closed ecosystem. So social platforms, search platforms, even television platforms, being able to seamlessly operate across those platforms and bringing in a level of intelligence to enable better decision-making, to enable better forecasting. That's really what we're looking at today. We have integration between what 4C has historically done and what we've historically done. This is all about creating better workflow. We're building on that so that we can absolutely, as we see Converge TV coming more to the fold, that we can inject intelligence through the entire process. And we're going to be having an announcement very soon that's a solution that's around OTT and linear and social to help marketers maximize the effectiveness of what they're trying to do, maximize the effectiveness of their spend, and do away with not only wasted spend, but wasted effort. Hopefully that's not too much of a cliffhanger, but that is certainly to follow.